How to see makeup in color 3D. After you have worked with lights and darks and seeing the high points and the low points of the face, you have to know how to use color to create more dimension in the face. When dark pushes back, light brings forward, color rounds an area. When you use the wrong colors or colors that are clashing with your client's skin tone, it can completely throw off the harmony of the entire face and the rhythm of the entire face. So when you're looking at someone and all of a sudden there's this gash of red blush, you completely stop and your eye only goes to that blush. The visual weight of the face is completely thrown off by that miscoloration. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna investigate further on how to properly see color in 3D. See makeup in 3D color. So we see our client, she's got these great cheekbones, these awesome hollows of the cheek, really great bone structure. We see the lights and the darks, now we want to use color to really take it to the next step. When you're using contour, sometimes it can be very ashy, and we like to keep the ash tone into the hollows of the cheek because it's mimicking shadow. But we don't want to see the ash tone at the end result. We want that color to build those cheekbones. And you can't build the cheekbone with more contour. You need the color to help round that bone, but without giving it this gashly 80s blush. That's where we come in with our bronzer, which is a little bit more of a golden tone. And now we're gonna start adding more warmth to the face. This is what gives us that sun-kissed, healthy, that vivacity that we're looking for. So right over the contour area, and you can use a bronzer as a contour if it's ashy enough, but if it's too warm, you're just gonna make it look like swollen. The red in the bronze, the orange in the bronze will give that illusion of swelling. And here's where you want to contour. You want this to be dark. You want this to go in, and you want the color to be building the roundness of this cheekbone. Same with the forehead. We're pushing it back with the dark, and then we're going to start bringing it out by building it over with the color, with the warmth. So that's how color starts to create. It's like we're sculpting with makeup. So here we see it, it's dark. We want to really get that orbital bone contoured. But then we want to start building the highlight bone. That's why we use a transition color. So I'm going in with this bronze, this very warm tone, right above the contour, and blending it out. And this starts to give us this very healthy warmth, and that brow bone is starting to move forward at us in a very soft and delicate way. So same here, imagine this is the dark to push it in, and then the light to start molding, to start shaping it, because if it's just light and dark, it could be very harsh. And we're dealing in the real world, 3-dimension, and we want to see how that color helps us to shape that face. Same with the under eye. Now the eye starts to come out at you, starts to be presented. And then you can go even further. The more color, the brighter the color, that's when you really start to shape that face. So we go in, let's use a pretty peachy tone. And right at that apple, we're gonna lift this part of the face. We want this part to go up. So if you put blush down here, this part's gonna come out at you, and she's gonna look like she has the mumps. She's swollen, it's coming out. If we put the blush here, this part's gonna start rounding, and it's gonna look like she's swollen, like she's ill, like something's wrong. It doesn't look natural. It's unnatural to have a blush tone here nature has such a great sense of art and design. I mean, that's what we're really mimicking, right? It already lets you know that this is the spot where the color goes, because blood naturally rushes to this part of the face. That's why we call it blush. Same with the forehead. And we've really created, the contour has already pushed everything back, the highlights brought everything forward, and now the color is giving us this health, this natural, as if she were walking around in the sun type of look. And you can do this method with any color that's bright and warmer than the lights and the darks that we were using. So just to recap on how to see makeup in color 3D, we're building something. Our darks are the low that are coming in, and our color starts to bring us up, where our highlights really just crescendo what it is we're trying to present. The eyes, the lips, the nose, the cheeks. And these are just a few tips to help you see how color starts to create dimension on the face.